What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle, and yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. I'm talking this one right here, King Hustle, King Hustle X1M, no rags, just riches, King Hustle crazy reactions, the Hustle family, turn motivation into memes, dog pound exotic pups. Goosebumps Horror Stories, Sleeping with the Rain, Milwaukee Made King Hustle 2.0, and King Hustle Live. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels in that Twitch. All right, so make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom of the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right, got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for, right? And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Let's get this thing started. What to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members. And we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a what? Yep, a boss. So you tired of being a zero? You ready to be your family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad, and get your pen because you already know when I drop these videos and y'all get them notifications, it's some information that's going to help you win, all right? And in today's video, we got another reaction video. And in today's reaction video, we got this is somebody, GMB Capo, and we did an interview earlier a couple of days ago, and he's just been telling his story on how he got caught doing check fraud and going to jail and just his story. All right, so in today's video, he's going to be explaining how he was finding mailboxes, how he was basically utilizing the checks that he was finding in the mailboxes and how he went to jail and did some time for that. All right. So this is all educational purposes only. This is all for awareness for people out there so you can know the severity and the consequences that can happen to you if you want to or ever wanted to, or thought about doing anything like this, because at the end of the day, this is fraud, this is scamming, this is illegal. And there's a lot of people getting a lot of time for these type of things because this is federal. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
What up, YouTube? This your boy BMG Capo, man, and y'all already know we back with another one. Yeah, thank y'all for all the support on all the other videos. You know, y'all been watching them, tuning in, engaging, and I really appreciate that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Them Jones been going up, and everybody know if you watch this channel is about getting money, man. We the rich convicts. I am gonna do some different type of content in the near future, but most of the time we talking about getting money, man, because that's what we doing. We rich convicts. So like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Soon, when I get to 10,000 subscribers, we're gonna start the memberships. You know what I'm saying? I just got my account monetized. Thanks to everybody who watching and gave me my watch hours. I really appreciate that. So now that I'm monetized, I want to start going live and answer questions for people. You know, just questions about any one of my stories, my check stories, my um, credit stories, any kind of questions you want. You know what I'm saying? Super chat while I'm live. You know what I'm saying? You can support me like that, and I'm gonna answer all the super chats while I'm live. You know what I'm saying? I might pick a person to bring on the live with me, but yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, man. I really appreciate that. Now, look, I've been getting a lot of questions about one of my stories. People ask me, how you used to find checks in mailboxes in country towns? Because I know this. I know that every city has a country town that's next to it, like 20, 30 minutes outside the city.
Facts.
And those little towns have mailboxes like these. You know what I'm saying? It's on the screen. I'm finna show you. And you know them, or you might see some on the side of a door of a building that look like these. You know what I'm saying? And all you gotta do is whatever town you in, say you whatever you at, you in whatever wherever, Dallas, Houston, North Dakota, uh, you know, the cities on the outskirts of you that everybody talk about, that you know, the burbs. I I would go to Google and I would type in dump truck companies near me, um, landscaping companies near me, uh, oil companies near me, couriers near me, uh, auto body shops near me, and Google would bring up all this stuff, and they would show you everything in that town.
Because he needed his car fixed. We're gonna say he needed his car fixed. That's why he was googling all those auto body parts because his cars broke down and he needed his car fixed. A lot of people get cars that's broken down and need their car fixed, so they got to find them an auto body shop.
Right there on Google Photos. Just click it, boom. Then it's gonna tell you, do you want to go to the website of the company, all this stuff? No, you click photos. When you Google it and it show you the companies, you pick the company. When you pick the company, you go to photos and you're gonna see 360 street view, and you can pull up the street view of that business. And when you pull up the street view,
He's trying to see if it's a good area for him to get his car fixed in. Of course, he's want to see what's the area of the car dealership or the warehouse or the auto mechanic place. He don't want to getting his car fixed anywhere where there's thugs around, you know.
you can see where they mailbox at, if they got a mailbox, and where it's at. You can drive around the corner, you can drive around the building, and you can do all that. And you can see where the mailbox at, and then you can actually go up the street to the next building. And I used to create my routes like that. I would find a body shop or something in a small town, and this business that I find would have other businesses close to it or on the same street, and I would just drive up the street with my phone on Google Maps, you know what I'm saying, with the street view. And I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna hit this John, and I would line up 6, 7, 8 boxes for one night, you know what I'm saying? And then when I get to the area, even after I hit the shit that I done lined up for the night, I would keep running around that area because and look for more. And in small towns, they got regular Andy Griffin mailboxes, bro. And
Andy
they
Griffin
used to
mailbox.
have big boy checks in it. Now, I'm not telling nobody to go do this. This is illegal. You will go to jail if you do this.
Facts.
But
Listen, everybody got their desperate times and desperate needs and do desperate things. So this is one of his desperate times when he needed to do desperate things. This is not something you want to do, y'all. This ain't nothing that's like, ooh, I'm gonna go. This is him just telling his truth. He went to jail. He did prison time for this, and he just letting y'all know what he did, so y'all won't do it, and y'all won't have to do the same prison time that he did. So this is all educational purposes, y'all.
this is just my story. People asking me questions about how I used to do what I do. So yeah, that's what I used to do. I used to go to Google Maps, find a check, and then the cleaning process was a whole nother thing. The cleaning process, I used to use a razor blade, and I would find checks, computer printed checks. I would take that razor blade and clean the check, and you just ink is on top of paper. It really is not inside the paper, so you can just scratch it off real lightly, blow it, scratch,
And he went
blow
to
it, and
jail
the
for
ink
that.
started coming off the check. So any computerized checks, I used to use razor blades. But then,
What you don't want to
as a rookie, when I first started, I would poke holes in it. You know what I'm saying? For trying to do it too much, or so, this one spot won't come off, and you stay in the same spot too long. You fuck around and rip the check, put a hole in the check. So I ended up going to get a scalpel from Walmart from the arts and crafts section, and the scalpel cut like butter. You know what I'm saying? And with the computerized checks, I would take off. I'm
look
gonna
like
leave
a
the
shank.
amount the same, because when you leave the amount the same, it's a 90% chance this bitch gonna bust because you ain't fucking with it. But I'm gonna take out the name and the address with the scalpel, and I'm gonna just scratch it lightly, and blow it.
And
It's
go
gonna
to
take you
jail like you did.
45
So don't do
minutes
that.
to an hour.
That's why he's
But
telling this
if you
story.
do it lightly with the scalpel,
So for
it's
people
gonna
who out
come
there
off
that
like
are
butter,
doing it
and
like,
you're not gonna
dang, I'm doing
destroy
the
the
same
check.
thing. How many stop?
And
I
if
can
it
go to
used
jail like
when it
that.
used to
You
have
do it.
like
Yeah, don't
say it
do
was
it.
a blue check and I would use the scalpel and clean it, it would be a little white in the background. Like if I'm scratching it, you would take the blue off. Then what I would do is just go get my color pencils, whatever color the check was, and if I take some of the blue ink off by mistake, some of the background, the blue or the pink or the purple, I would go get the color pencils and color that bitch back in, and it'll look brand new. You know what I'm saying? With a when I would find checks with an ink pen, written in ink pen. If they didn't use a gel pen to write this check, I would stick it in brake fluid for 20 seconds, put a brake fluid pour the brake fluid in a pan, stick it in that motherfucker for 20 seconds, take it out. I got acetone in another pan or either fingernail polish remover that says 99% acetone on the bottle. And I would go from the brake fluid pan, 20 seconds, boom.
And you went to
Then
jail for
stick it
doing
in an
all this.
acetone pan, 20 seconds, and the ink
Do
fall
not
right
do
off the
this.
check. But what I would do is, so because I wanted the same
His
exact check,
story, his
just with a
truth.
different payee name. So what I would do is,
His story is
I would
truth. That's what's
get
going
a
on,
jail
y'all.
pen, because jail pen
His,
don't come
his
off.
jail
So
story,
if they
his
wrote the check
prison
with a
story.
jail pen, it's not coming off. But if they use a regular ink pen, they slipping. So me myself would get a jail pen and trace the signature at the bottom of the check, because that's the most important part, that signature on the front of the check for the account holder signature. I would use that G2 pen and real lightly trace that signature of the account holder, because if I trace it lightly, once I clean it off
That's
with
identity
the
theft.
acetone, it ain't gonna smear and spread and be thick. Trace it lightly with the G2 pen. Boom. Take a picture of it so you can keep the exact amount in your mind. It might be $33,746.85. You don't want to change nothing to the T. So take a picture of it. Boom. I got a picture. Trace the signature with the G2 pen. Boom. Brake fluid 20 seconds. Acetone 20 seconds. Everything gonna fall off the check that's written in ink, except that signature I trace with the G2. And now I just look at the picture and I put the new payee's name on there, and I fill the check back out for the same exact
That's
amount.
a whole lot of work
And it's a
just to
90%
go to
chance that bitch
jail.
is going. Them used to be my best ones. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting a lot of questions about this, so I just had to make this video real quick about, how I find the boxes and how I clean. Because people ask me, like, when they heard my story, they wanted me to dig deeper. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling nobody to go do this because I went to jail for this. You
You
know what
heard
I'm
him. He went
saying?
to
But
jail for this. He's not
it's
telling
just my
nobody to go do
story.
this.
So yeah, like my mind was so fucked up while I'm driving in the car. All I see is boxes, bro.
That's how I look.
If I'm not in a big city and I'm in the outskirts somewhere, you see the trees around me right now. I'm not doing that right now, but I'm saying places like this, country where you see trees and shit. While I'm driving down the street, I'm looking for boxes. I'm looking at businesses. I'm looking at, because some businesses look like houses, but they might have a sign up where they box at, where they box at. I'm looking for boxes, and if I see a cool area with all these businesses and they got regular boxes, I'm coming back Sunday night and I'm tearing their ass up. Cleaning, the cleaning process, like I said, I started out with a razor, brand new treat, the crack razors, yeah, and they work. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to use the point to clean it. You want to use the long part if you can,
He went to
so
jail
it
for
won't put
doing
a
all
hole
this
in the
stuff.
check. You
So
know what I'm
anybody
saying?
out there
That's
that's
what I
listening,
used to
like,
do.
don't
You
do
feel
this.
me?
This is
But
all educational purposes. It's
yeah,
just
man,
truth and why he went to
and
jail.
that's basically what that's the cleaning process. Just take the name out,
Everything that
and
he was doing,
sometimes when I
that's
ain't
why he
have
went
nothing
to
to do
jail.
and I got bored, I would take off everything, the whole
Everything that
amount.
he
I clean
that
the
he
whole check
doing right
before the
here got him
amount, the
sent to
name,
jail.
everything, and put it back on
Got him
there.
sent
But
to jail.
most of the time,
Got him sent right to
majority of
jail.
the time, if I got
It's all
enough
educational
work
purposes.
to work with, I'm gonna keep the amount the same and just take the name and address off. And whoever going in the bank to cash it, I'm gonna put their name and address in that same spot. You know what I'm saying? And I use the computer software to do that. I take so I can get the font to match. You know what I'm saying? Easy check. Get the font to a Versa check. Get the font to match. And now, even though this is a check that I just got and clean, I can put it on top of blank check paper and use the check software to put a name back on here. Just practice. I used to just practice a few times before I actually put the name back on there because you want to get it in the right spot. But yeah, scalpel, Walmart, arts and crafts section, $3. You know what I'm saying? I used to just put it in my pocket and take it, even though I had thousands of dollars on me. I ain't had time to the bank about to close. Just give me the scalpel. I bring out the money back.
Stealing.
Scalpel take that shit off like butter. Feel me? Use the software, put the name back on. That's how I did it, man. Google Maps, Street View. That's how I found the boxes. Whatever cities around me. If you in Atlanta, you know the small towns around you. You in Philly, you know the small towns around you.
And that's a lot. And it's not like he the only person out here doing that. It's a lot of people out here in the world doing different things to commit some type of check fraud or bank fraud. And like I said, that's his truth. That's how he went to. That's what he was doing, and he went to jail for that. Not telling anybody to go do that. Not telling all educational purposes only. Letting you guys know that this is what I did. So if anybody out there in doing what I'm doing, stop because this is what can happen. Nobody wants to go to jail, but everybody wants to get some money. it is all about the knowledge, because you had knowledge about other things to help you get some money, you wouldn't have to do that. So this is just, these videos that I do, these reaction videos, is all for educational purposes, so people can see that, or the reason why I say check fraud is not a cool thing, it's not good. Like, people, it's a crackhead scam. Like, the risk and reward is not what people think. Like, you see so many people getting caught doing this, and then as soon as they get caught, what they do, they narc, they tell on the person that got them doing that. You don't want to be going to jail for no petty coins. So this is all for awareness. This is all for informational purposes. This is all educational purposes. So nobody can put themselves in this position to be going to jail or going down the wrong road. All right. And also keep people safe, because a lot of people are thirsty for money. And there's people that come in your inbox, make posts and intrigue you on wanting to make some quick fast funds, and these are the things that they're doing to make those quick fast funds, and then they set you up, and you're always, that person is always the one that goes down for it all. So just be more safe, be more cautious, and be more aware out there, because it's time to wake up in the world. It's time to be more aware in the world. It's time to see what's really going on out here in the world, because when you don't know what's going on out here in the world, and things presents itself to you, you're gonna fall for it. Vice versa, you aware and got the knowledge, and you watching these videos, and you connecting dots, you're starting to see all the things that's going on, and the tricks and the scams and the fraud and the people that's getting over and the people that's not really real. You start to see the real out here in the world, and it'll make you scared. It'll make you see, like, this is a messed up place, this is a messed up world. All right. So with that being said, man, be more safe, be more cautious, and be more aware out there. Shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, and subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce. And y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime one-on-one unlimited gems are $1,000, but for limited time only. I'm doing it for 600. Yes, 600. Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know you payment ready, and we will go from there. All right. No screenshot, no reply, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Also, make sure you guys are taking this opportunity. I have a deal going on, limit time deal, 260 FaceTime lessons, 5 questions. Knowledge is power. All right. The gap between the problem why a lot of people out here are not successful is because of the knowledge, the information, the resources. A lot of people don't have them. So that's why I kick out the information, the knowledge, and the resources that I have, so people can start being more successful, from investing, getting their credit together, doing the things that they need to do in this world to really elevate and grow. All right. So take that opportunity. Also, make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the crypto tour in person, limited gems, $3,500 deposit, the rest of the money you meet in person. Make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the month-long mentorship, 30 days. Anything you want to talk about on the personal or business side, anything you need help with on the personal or business side, you got me for 30 days, 24/7 service. Let's get to work. Let's elevate and grow together. All right. Make sure y'all go check out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato app, Millionaire Network. Still looking for people for the production company. Still looking for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameraman, women, gamer, streamers, and content creators. If you in Houston, Texas, you a cameraman or woman, you good, you decent. You ain't got to be just all the way raw, because hard work pays off. We're gonna work and build together. All right. So any cameraman or woman out there in Houston, Texas, that's ready to build, that's ready to grow, that's ready to work, let's get to it. Hit me up on my IG. Let's get to work. All right. Also, make sure y'all follow me on my subscribe and hit the notification bell on my YouTube channels and my Twitch. Make sure you go follow me on my IG, King Hustle X1M. Go run the followers up on my new IG for more free sauce, free methods, and information that's gonna turn you into a boss, and that will lead you to all my other IGs. And make sure y'all checking out the crypto world, man. With that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson or video. Peace.